Hello everyone, I'm Dr. Prahlad Karambe, a second year MD postgraduate resident at the Department of Pediatrics and Neonatology of Meenakshi Medical College Hospital and Research Institute, Kanchipuram, Tamil Nadu, India. At the outset, I'm grateful to the organizers of RCPCH Exhibition 2020 Liverpool to ensure that the poster platform goes online, and I'll be presenting a poster titled A Quantitative and Qualitative Assessment of Sleep in Children aged 3 to 15 years, which we conducted as a pilot study in July of 2019. The co-author of this poster is our consultant, Dr. Nivedha SC. Now, we all know that sleep plays a vital role in good health, growth, and well-being. And in the pediatric age group, we all know that maximum secretion of growth hormone occurs in sleep time. We have different guidelines which regulate how much sleep is required. WHO, however, does not stratify the amount of sleep required age-wise, but does generally recommend that a child to get 9 hours of sleep. If you consider the American Academy of Sleep Medicine guidelines, it stratifies the requirement into 5 strata, where it recommends that adults get 7 hours of sleep per day, adolescents to get 8 to 10 hours of sleep per day, children aged 6 to 12 years to get 9 to 12 hours, a child aged 3 to 5 years to get 10 to 13 hours of sleep, and a toddler aged 1 to 2 years to get a minimum of 11 to 14 hours of sleep. Given the current situation where the coronavirus pandemic has wreaked havoc all over the world, there is also a lot of debate which occurs going across screen time, and various guidelines are now coming out to regulate the amount of screen time which is recommended for a child. The objective of our study was to assess the quality and quantity of sleep in children aged 3 to 15 years. Now, coming to our methodology, we conducted the study as a cross-sectional study at Kanchipuram among the children visiting our hospital for well-baby visits and for follow-up. And we administered the pediatric sleep questionnaire to the parents who accompanied the children. Our sample size was 52, and apart from administering the questionnaire, we also did a basic clinical assessment, anthropometry, and also collected history regarding screen time from these children. The pediatric sleep questionnaire comprises of various components such as the snoring pattern of the child, if any, breathing pattern, whether there is a history of heavy breathing, whether the child has any apneic spells, whether there is any mouth breathing for the child, whether bedwetting is there for the child, whether the child has a history of falling asleep in the class and the complaint has come from the teacher's end, whether the child is overweight, whether the child maintains his attentiveness, the organizational habits of the child, and any history of fidgeting, if any. If you come to the characteristics of our study population, the mean age in months of the children was 93 months, and the mean birth weight was 2.6 kgs, which is roughly normal for the Indian population. If you consider the population as a whole, the height and weight were within normal limits, and the total PSQ score mean which we obtained was 1.44. An interesting point to note is that the mean screen time what we obtained from the entire population was 183 minutes, which roughly translates to 3 hours, which is more than any current existing guideline which is present. Further, the mean duration of sleep what was noted was 578 minutes, which is again less than what is expected to be normal. Now, if you analyze our results, what we found, we noticed that as per the WHO guidelines, if you stratify the children, 24 out of 52 had deficient sleep. And if you consider individually as per the AASM guidelines, all 52 children had a deficiency in sleep quantity. Further applying the PSQ scoring, upon scoring all the questionnaires what we had filled out, 4 out of the 52 children had poor sleep quality. And like I mentioned, all 4 of these had deficient sleep as per both WHO guidelines as well as per the AASM guidelines. An interesting point what we also noted was low birth weight children were at a higher risk of a more deficient quantity of sleep as well as a poorer quality with a significant p-value of 0.015. Now, if you consider the implications of our study, though we conducted the study before the pandemic, currently online education for primary school is a major debate which is going across the world. And unfortunately, like it or not, online education has become an integral part of these children's lives, where whether they are addicted to the screens for an educational purpose or a recreational purpose, the fact is they are addicted to the screen, be it the smartphone, be it the tablet, be it the laptop, or be it the television. Studies have already shown that screen time is a factor which affects the sleep quality as well as sleep quantity. And from our study, we could conclude that both quality and quantity of sleep was disturbed in these children, despite being from a so-called rural background where they are less prone for these lifestyle changes. To conclude our study, we would like to stress upon the fact that Further studies are required in this domain, and there is a need for strict guidelines and strict implementation of these to ensure that the overall health of these children is not compromised in the long run. If you have any queries, you may kindly contact me on the email which is mentioned in the poster. Thank you.